The Orks, turn 1. Hey everyone, welcome to another video about the new Warhammer 40K 8th edition rules. As always, my name is Jay. In this video, I'm going to be going over Orks. The reason why I'm starting with Orks is, out of all the armies, I was really looking forward to Orks getting a new set of rules, them and Tyranids primarily, because neither one of them were really too competitive in 7th edition. Orks were the very first 7th edition codex, and they were very quickly outdated and became very weak. They were an assault army in a very shooty game. The new mob rule really hurt them. They lost cyborg bodies. Just a kind of a, you know, I love playing them for fun, but they weren't a competitive army by any means. So, what do I think about them for 8th edition? Definitely an improvement. Definitely improvement. First of all, they have a new mob rule. The mob rule is the old mob rule, basically, that they can use their number of models in their unit equal to their leadership characteristic. Now, it doesn't say a max limit, and that's what I'm kind of curious about. It doesn't say there's a limit. So maybe there's a limit of 10, but it doesn't say. So could a squad of 30 boys have a leadership of 30? Pretty cool. Here we go. Units with this ability can reroll failed charge rolls. Nice. So basically, that's going to be nasty. You know, because in the new edition, they can assault turn 1. And there's a couple psychic powers that you can interact with them to make them pretty nasty. So Orks are going to be pretty strong in combat due to primarily a couple things. Number one, no more challenges. So you can't just pick off that orc knob with a power claw. That's good. It keeps him safe and he actually gets his attacks. And number two, whoever assaults in gets to attack first. And since Orks are a very assaulty army, you're going to be forced to assault them, because otherwise if they assault you, they're going to get a lot of attacks hitting first. Hitting on 4s, wounding on probably 4s. Another thing that's been really good is they removed, just to make things more streamlined, they moved a lot of special rules, as I mentioned in my other video. They removed Furious Charge, so now they're just base strength 4 for the boys. What really sticks out to me is that bikes not only add an extra toughness, they also add an extra wound. So we're talking about 3 wound knob bikers who can assault turn 1. That's pretty nasty. Pretty nasty indeed. So let's quickly go over some stuff. As I mentioned, there's now 3 psychic powers now for the, if you bring the Warp Head, you could, or Weirdboy, sorry. You can either, the best part is you can either roll a d3 to generate their powers randomly, or you just select the psychic powers. So I'm probably just going to choose the psychic powers if I ever do them. There's 3 psychic powers. First one, Ed Banger. It's a warp charge value of 6. If manifested, roll a d6 and compare it to the toughness characteristic of the closest visible enemy model within 9 inches of the psyker. If the result is higher than the model's toughness, it is slain. Pretty cool. Warpath. This is my favorite one. No, Jump is my favorite one, sorry. Warpath. Warpath has a warp charge value of 7. Manifest, select a friendly orc unit within 6 inches of the psyker. Increase that number, that unit's attacks characteristic by 1 until the next psychic phase. That would be pretty nasty, stacked on like Boyz with 4 attacks based on the charge. With 4 attacks on the charge, so 5 attacks on the charge each. Pretty nasty. But this is my favorite one, and this one's going to be some... This is why I think the Weirdboy actually might be taken in future games, is to Jump. The Jump has a warp charge value of 7. If manifested, select a friendly orc infantry unit within 6 inches of the psyker. Remove this unit from the battlefield and then set it up anywhere on the battlefield that's more than 9 inches away from enemy models. So, knob bikers? Pretty scary stuff. This unit counts as having moved for the purposes of any rules, i.e. firing heavy weapons. So that's pretty scary stuff. So, other things I've noticed. Some points went up, some points went down. A lot of points just got randomly changed to like prime numbers that made no real sense. No longer round numbers. But the points cost really relate to, you know, it's without any warrior. You can add whichever warrior you want, like a Warboss. Big changes to the Warboss is now, Warbosses now are movement 5 inches. Now pretty much the entire Orc army is movement 5 inches. I should let you that know, so they're not as fast. I was hoping they'd be a little faster, other than a couple models which are movement 4, if you're in like mega armor. But I was kind of hoping they'd be faster because they're an assault army. It's okay, they're 5s. Warbosses are now movement 5 inches, weapon skill 2 up, so they hit on 2 ups, which is nice. Skill 5 up because they're orcs, right? Strength 6, toughness 5, 6 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8. It's also, you notice the leadership values really went down, but mob rule will hopefully help. And of course you can use mob rule, and you can use the, it does say that you can, in addition, a unit with this ability can use the leadership characteristic of any friendly orc unit within 6 inches. So you stack a squad of 30 boys and have a war boss near them, you're in good shape. So that's going to make them pretty survivable. You can give it it comes with a custom shootout, attack squig, big choppa, stick bombs, and of course I'm going to probably give it like a power claw. Make it nasty in close combat. Now the only thing about power claws is, because now power claws and power fists go before your opponent if they assault, they're -1 to hit. So, but even with a war boss, it's still 3s to hit. Pretty scary stuff. Abilities, here we go, mob rule, Wah. Now Wah got greatly decreased. Now it's only friendly orc infantry units within 6 inches of this model at the start of the charge phase can charge even if they advanced this turn, meaning they ran. So only within 6 inches, you gotta keep them surrounded by a bunch of things. Breaking heads, if a clan, so any, whatever clan you're running, unit fails a morale test within 3 inches of a friendly clan war boss, they can restore order with a brutal display of violence. If they do, the unit suffers D3 mortal wounds, but the morale test is then considered to be passed. Alright, so you lose between 1 and 3 guys, keeps them alive. Cool. Then there's the Warboss in Mega Armor. Now Mega Armor also gives an additional wound, but it's slower. So movement 4 inches, weapon skill 2 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 6, toughness 5, 7 wounds, 4 attacks, leadership 8, 2 up save. And that's pretty cool stuff, so because he's in Mega Armor, it's a 2 up save. Pretty much same rules as the Warboss. So he goes with a Power Claw base and custom shooter. Next is a Warboss on a bike. Now this is still my favorite guy for leading the army, because as I said, bikes give an extra wound and an extra toughness. So he's 14-inch movement. 14-inch movement. Weapon skill 2 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 6, toughness 6, 7 wounds. 7 wounds. 4 ups, 4 attacks, leadership 8, 4 plus save. That's pretty nasty, and I'd of course give it like a power claw, as I normally do, and have him around the field killing things the whole game. The only thing is now you got to keep, now as mentioned, characters can't join squads. So you just have to keep them near a squad and always, sorry I'm just going to adjust here, and always just slightly behind a squad. And then nobody can shoot him, you can run on the battlefield, except for snipers. Snipers are going to be the bane of a lot of characters' existence in this new edition. But it's okay, and same rules, here we go, mob rule. I think it comes based with a big choppa, stick bombs, yeah, 2 Daka guns. Weirdboy. Weirdboy actually might be worth taking. Oh, I should mention, Warboss is 4 power, Warboss Mega Armor 7 power, Warboss on a bike is 5 power. Weirdboy, 4 power. Now, Weirdboys might be worth taking in a couple formations because of the fun psychic powers. I think it'd be hilariously fun to just teleport things around the table. Weirdboys, movement 5 inches, weapon skill 3 plus, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 4, 4 wounds, 3 attacks, leadership 6, 6 plus save. And he's Wah Energy. Add 1 to any psychic test rolls made for this model for every 10 friendly orc models within 10 inches. Cool. So you have a bunch of models near him. He's going to roll really well. However, the total result, the plus is 12 plus, this model instantly suffers perils of the warp exactly as if you roll double 6s or double 1s. Psychic, this model can manifest 1 psychic power in each friendly phase and attempt to deny 1 psychic power in each enemy psychic phase. It knows the Smite psychic power and 1 psychic power from the Power of the Wah discipline. Up next, Big Mek. Big Meks went up in cost by 20 points. Now, custom force fields also went down in cost by 20 points, so it ends up balancing anyway. Big Meks are movement 5 inches, 3 inch, weapon skill 3 up, ballistic skill 5 up, strength 5, toughness 4, 4 wounds, makes more survivable, 3 attacks, leadership 7, 4 up save. You can give it a shock attack gun. Now the shock attack gun got changed drastically. Number 1, it doesn't use templates anymore. It uses just, 2d6, AP minus 5, damage D3. But before firing this weapon, roll once to determine the strength of all its shots. If the result is 11 plus, Let's roll 2d6, yeah. Strength 11 plus. Do not make wound rolls. Instead, each attack that hits causes D3 mortal wounds. Pretty nasty stuff. You can give it like a custom force field, which is the same thing, 5-up invulnerable save. But the thing is, for the custom force field now, the big change, is that it's only a 9-inch, so all... it's to friendly orc units that are entirely within 9 inches. So you have to keep all of them within 9 inches. You can't just keep conga lining them. They have to be entirely in. Big Mechaniac, at the end of your movement phase, this model can repair a single friendly clan vehicle other than models that can fly within 3 inches. Model regains D3 wounds lost early in the battle. Hello, Gorkanaut, Orkanaut. Nasty stuff. The vehicle can only be repaired once each turn. Grotoiler. Oh, sorry, vehicle, I guess. Or Walker's vehicle still. I don't know. Let's look. Let's take a look here. Def Dreads are... I don't think they're vehicles anymore. Yeah, they are. Cool. They're a vehicle. So, you can replace them. D3 wounds. Awesome sauce. Grotoiler. Once per game, a Grotoiler can assist its master in making repairs. When it does so, the vehicle the mech is repairing regains 1 additional wound. When rolling to wound this unit, always use the mech's toughness. Cool. It may be accompanied by Grotoiler. Big Mech in Mega Armor. So it's pretty much the same thing. Mega Armor gives an extra wound. Has a 2-up save instead of a 4-up. And slower 4-inch movement. And you can give a Teleport Blast Up, which is 12-inch range, Assault D3, Strength 8, AP minus 2, D1. If a model suffers any, say, wounds from this weapon and is not slain, roll a D6 at the end of the phase. If the result is greater than the model's wounds characteristic, it's slain. Cool. That's kind of cool. Kill Saw, Power Claw. Kill Saw is Strength times 2, AP minus 4. D2, so it's even better than a Power Claw, but you must subtract 1 from the hit roll versus a Power Claw, which is Strength times 2, AP minus 3. Heavy D3. So, cool. Same rules. Big Mech on a Warbike. Same things. But next, Ghazghkull Thraka. He's now in HQ. He's no longer a Lord of War, which is good. Ghazghkull Thraka is a lot of points. How much is he? Let me see here. He's 215 points, actually, so he's gone down by 10 points. The big thing is you can't attach him to squads anymore, because he's a character. But he has 8 wounds. He's going to be pretty hard to kill. 2-up armor, 5-inch move, weapon skill 2-up, so he hits on 2s, pretty nasty. With skill 5+, strength 6, toughness 6, 8 wounds, 5 attacks, leadership 8, 2-up save. Once again, walk him near a squad of boys, he'll be leadership 10, or even 30. I don't know how that works. Abilities, here we go. Mob rule, Great Watt, friendly orc infantry units within 6 inches of Ghazghkull Thraka at the start of the charge phase can charge even if they advance this turn, plus all orc infantry add 1 to their attacks characteristic if they charge this turn and Ghazghkull Thraka is within 6 inches of the unit when they fight. Hello, 5 attacks on the charge, Orc Boys. Pretty crazy. Prophet of the Gork or Mork, he has a 4-up invulnerable save. Boss is watching. He can kill D3 if they fail the leadership test to make them passive. Captain Badrukk is... let me see here. Captain Badrukk is a single model, armed with a Slugga, Choppa, Stick Bombs, and Drippa. He is... let me see how much he is. Captain Badrukk. He's a lot. No, let me see here. He's 84 points, I think, plus extra stuff. So he's actually on cheaper. So he's he also has the rule of Flashiest Gits. You can reroll hit rolls of 1 in the shooting phase for all friendly units of Flash Gits within 6 inches of Captain Badrukk. Once again, you have to keep them close because in this edition they can't join, so you just keep them really close. He can be accompanied up to 3 ammo runs. That's pretty cool. An ammo run each time Captain Badrukk shoots. When making hit rolls where you can reroll 1 dice for each ammo run accompanying him. Cool. Boss Ghazghkull is 88 points now. He's the Vulture's Claws, which are Strength +2, AP -3, D3. Each time the bear fights, only 2 attacks can be made with this weapon. Another item he uses Choppa. Full Throttle, Boss Ghazghkull can advance and charge in the same turn, but if he does, so roll a d6 after any Overwatch has been resolved. On a 1, he suffers a mortal wound. Cyborg Body, each time this model loses a wound, roll a d6. On a 5 or 6, that wound is not lost. So that's the new wording of Feel No Pain. You cannot make Dok's Tools or Biker's Dok's Tools roll for this model if you do so. Drill Boss, friendly units of Goff Stormboys within 6 inches of Boss Ghazghkull automatically pass morale tests. So cool stuff. Boss Snikrot. Snikrot also got cheaper. Once again, because he can't attach with squads, I'm pretty sure he got cheaper. No, more expensive, sorry. He's now 69 points. He used to be 60. Movement 6 inches. Weapon skill 2 up. Ballistic skill 5 up. Strength 6, toughness 4. 6 wounds, 6 attacks. Leadership 7. 6 up save, so craziness. He has Mork's Teeth and Stick Bombs. He has a Sneak as Git. When he's in cover, add 3 instead of 1 to his saving throws. Nice. Cunning Infiltrator. During deployment, you can set up Boss Ghazghkull in hiding instead of placing him on the tabletop. At the end of your movement phase, the Snikrot can stalk his hiding place. Set him up anywhere on the battlefield that is more than 9 inches away from any model. Any enemy model. Red Skull Commandos. You can reroll to hit rolls of 1 in the fight subphase of any units of Blood Axe Commandos within 6 inches of Boss Snikrot. Terrifying Killer. Enemy units taking morale tests within 6 inches of them, add 1 to the result. Cool. Then there's a Mek. He's just like a big Mek, but he's smaller. Cool. Painboy. Now, Painboy, unfortunately, Feel No Pain has been really nerfed in this edition because you can't attach him to squads, which is squads within 6 inches. So you got to keep him like surrounded by squads, essentially. But Urdy Syringe, is Urdy Syringe, which is this vehicle always this weapon always wounds targets on a 2-up, so it's poisoned. Orderly Dok's Tools. Roll a d6 each time a clan infantry or clan biker unit loses a wound while within 3 inches of any friendly clan Painboys. On a 6, that model does not count. Does not lose the wound. So it's on a 6 up, and they have to be within 3 inches of the model. So it's going to be very hard. You can put them on a bike, I'm pretty sure. Maybe? Maybe not. Doesn't say you can give him a bike. But you might be able to give him a bike. We'll see. Oh, there it is. Next one. Painboy on a war bike. That makes sense. So he gets an extra wound, extra toughness, so he's toughness 5. 5 wounds, and he can just drive around and do the same thing. He has access to the Kill Saw, Power Claw, Urdy Syringe. So once again, he can just drive around with bikers and he can heal. Biker's Dok's Tools. Roll a d6 each time a friendly model, infantry or biker, loses a wound. On a 6, it doesn't count. In addition, at the end of your movement phase... Oh, this is also for the Painboy, sorry. If it didn't move more than 5 inches, this model can attempt to heal a single clan infantry or clan biker model within 1 inch. Roll a d6. On a 1, the model you were attempting to heal loses a wound, but on any of the result, that model regains d3 wounds lost early in the battle. Pretty cool. You can only make 1 attempt to heal a given model with the Dok's Tools by Ghazghkull's Tools ability each turn. Cool. Dok Grotsnik. This is going to be a long video, I think. We're already at like 20 minutes. So maybe I'll make this part 1 and just go over Gretchin, like, yeah, we'll see. So Dok Grotsnik, he's the character, you know, Dok. Dok is now, sorry, I put this all here, 74 points, but you can, I think, give him upgrades and stuff. He has Super Cyborg Body. Each time this model loses a wound, on it, roll d6. On a 5 or 6, the wound is not lost. 1 scalpel shortboard of Med Pack. If at the start of the charge phase there are no friendly Ork infantry units within 3 inches of Dok Grotsnik, he will attempt to charge the nearest enemy unit. If there is one within 12 inches, he will do this even if he advanced or fell back this turn, but not if he already is within 1 inch of an enemy unit. He's 5 up. He's 5 inch movement. Weapon skill 2 up. Ballistic skill 5 up. Strength 5, Toughness 5, 4 wounds, 4 attacks, Leadership 8, 4 up save. In addition, at the end of your movement phase, you can do the same thing that the other ones do. So that's it for the HQs. That's a lot for the HQs. But just summarize them, as I said, they're interesting. Of course, you can attach them to squads, but that makes them, so they just made them more survivable by giving them more wounds, and they still have special powers which can be attributed to the squads around them. You just have to keep them protected and surrounded, essentially. But yeah, I really like Orks so far, what they're looking like. As I said, I'm really happy that they made Boyz. Might as well continue. You know, let's continue. Let's go going. Let's go cover troops, and the next one I'll cover the other ones. But so Boyz now, they're all 5-inch movement. Weapon skill, they hit on 3-ups. Ballistic skill 5-ups because they're Orks. Strength 4, Toughness 4, 1 wound, 2 attacks, Leadership 6, 6 up save. So this unit contains 10 Ork boys. Oh, I think they might have also taken away the... They get an extra attack if they charge in. For number of attacks. I don't know. Is that rule gone in this new edition? Maybe Ork boys won't get 4 attacks in the charge. I don't remember them seeing that when I looked at the rules. That's a Slug of Choppa Boy. They're still 6 points each. You can replace it with a Shuda. And the cool thing about this is, of course, the new mob rule. And the Green Tide, if the unit includes 20 or more models, add 1 to the attack characters of each model in the unit. That is what would make them insane. So if they charge and they have like 30 boys, then you'll get 4 on the charge, because if they have Slug of Choppa. That's cool. That's cool. And the Choppa, each time the bear fights, it can make 1 additional attack with its weapon. Makes sense, right? That's the extra attack. And yeah, so that's cool stuff. The Boyz are going to be pretty strong. Low leadership, but of course they have the new mob rule, which balances that out. And Gretchin, of course, you know, the tiny little Gretchin. Same points cost as before, 3 points each. Movement, 5 inches. Weapon skill, hitting on 5s. Shooting, hitting on 4s. Strength 2, Toughness 2. But of course, remember, anything can wound anything in this edition. 1 wound, 1 attack, Leadership 4, 6 up save. Surprisingly dangerous in large numbers. If a Gretchin unit includes 20 or more models, you can add 1 to their hit rolls. Nice. And they each get pistols, 12-inch range, pistol 1, strength 3, AP nothing, D1. Cool. And they have a Run Herder, which is pretty much the old Run Herder, but it is Grot Lash. If the unit comprised entirely of Gretchins within 3 inches of a Run Herder, with the Grot Lash, you can reroll to hit rolls of 1 for them in the fight phase. Squid kind of unit comprised entirely of Gretchin fails a morale test and is within 3 inches of any friendly Run Herders with Squig Hounds. Ignore the result. D3 models from this unit are slain instead. Cool. So it keeps them in line. And that's it for my first impressions. In the next one, I'll tackle the elites, maybe the fast attacks and the heavy supports, and go over the rest. We're already 25 minutes into this video, so it's a good way to end here. But yeah, so far I really like what I'm seeing for the Orks. They're going to be pretty nasty in close combat, as you can see with their psychic powers. The HQs can be really cool. Weirdboys might be worth taking. Ghazghkull Thraka is nuts. Anything on a bike is nuts. Painboy on a bike, Warboss on a bike. They're going to be a lot to deal with. They're going to destroy a lot of things. And I'll go over some options in the next video. But let me know what you think about Orks. Leave comments in the comment section down below. Let's create a discussion about the new Ork rules, and in the next video I'll just cover the rest of it and give my final thoughts. But huge thank you to all my Patreon subscribers for supporting my campaign. As you can see, their names go by my head. And if you want to help support my free videos, link in the description below. Huge thank you to all of you for discussion. Thank you for watching this episode, and definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so. Stay tuned for more videos. Until next time, this is Jay saying, happy painting, everyone.